Hello everyone, welcome back to Edible Abundance Homestead. I'm Ginger and today is July 18th. It is mid-morning and I only have a minute because my toddler's probably causing chaos and mayhem in my house. So last night my phone dinged. A thunderstorm warning. You know, it's summer, that happens a lot. You know, just little flash thunderstorms pass through. So we go about our night, and the way my night goes is we do bedtime before the chickens are in their coop because it's still really light out because my kids are pretty little. It stays light out until I think we're probably around 8:30 these days. So we do bedtime, and I lay down definitely with my youngest, sometimes also with my middle, and after they fall asleep, it's dark and I come outside and I lock up the chickens. Well, so last night I did that late because I had fallen asleep with them and also because it was pouring rain, thunder and lightning. I was like, well, I'm not going to go out in that because they just pass through. It was super windy. Come out here. And I'm like, I should go check on the garden just in case. So I walk over here. And this first cattle panel of tomatoes, this is the Dr. Wykes panel, has fallen over this way. And it took me a minute because I'm out here with a flashlight, and it takes a minute to figure out what I was looking at, because the basil plants, which are not attached to the trellis, of course, are just sitting there in their perfect little row. And I'm like, something's not right. What is wrong? So I go wake up my husband and we come out here, in the dark, in the middle, in 10 o'clock. It was at least 10 o'clock at night. We get it set back up. We get a couple, so I say T-posts when I really mean U-posts. These are held up with U-posts. So I actually have one steel T-post. So I got it, we used it and a couple bigger U-posts and re-secured the trellis, the panel up. The U-posts, there were 3, one on each side and one in the middle, had just bent. They just completely bent under the wind and the weight and pressure or whatever. So we get that done. And then, so this next one is the cherry tomatoes. Oh my goodness, sun. And it had been, they needed some management, my cherry tomato plants. They're getting pretty bushy. They've, overgrown the trellis or whatever. So we're kind of messing with that panel just to make sure that the one falling into it didn't knock it over. Because can you imagine if these had dominoed all the way down the line? That would have been awful. So anyway, put a couple posts into the cherry tomato trellis just to make sure it's okay. Trying to kind of analyze the damage out here at night, the flashlights. Now, luckily, the first trellis that actually fell all the way over, it probably only made it to about a 45 or so degree angle. The main stems did not break, thank goodness. So I think they're going to be okay. Now, yesterday when I took a video, you saw how all these tomato plants were so far above the trellis. Some of them still are, but a lot have really fallen over. That right there, the stems are all bent. I don't think they're broken. And I don't have anything I can attach them to because they were already so tall. So I need to get in there today and kind of maybe do some damage control. Some of it's just going to be a bit of a loss. Same with this one. You can see, no, you can't see because the sun's in the wrong spot to do this from this side of the garden. You can see how they're really bent across the path. Some of those are the ones that I just tied up yesterday. I need to get more survey tape because yesterday I used yarn, and yarn's just really not ideal for that. So anyway, it was a little terrifying. It was a little terrifying to come out here and see an entire cattle panel of tomatoes and my one panel of all big, delicious slicing tomatoes fallen over. So I think we've saved it. I don't think it's got any lasting damage, and I think next year I'm going to have to invest in some of those stainless steel T-posts. Either one in the middle of each panel or 2 on each panel at either, one at either side. So we'll see. It could have been a lot worse, but it's too bad because there's nothing I really could have done anyway because I didn't have anything to attach them to. So yeah, this is a learning experience right there because this is my first year using the cattle panels. This was a concern that we had when we were first putting them up, but it must have taken quite the wind to get this knocked over. Coming from, it must have been coming from this side. Look at all those trees. That's pretty protected. So anyway, switch around here. So yeah, everything else did fine. Corn didn't get knocked over. Eggplants and peppers are all fine over there. We went and checked on those. All my trellis stuff, fine. Let's see there, I'm starting to get my beans hanging down in the middle of these trellises, which I think is super fun. I think it's really pretty. Anyway, that's all I got for now. Thank you for watching.